Hello and welcome back to Steam with Steve. Today we're going to keep going with the Pythagorean worksheet, but this time it's going to be applications, so it's going to be a little bit harder. So let's jump on in. So this is the worksheet we're going to have a crack at. So it's got 5 questions, with question number 6 being more of a problem-solving style question. Righto, here we go. So to start, this is Pythag Application 1. Let's highlight that so when we're checking our homework we can see exactly where you're up to. Question number 2. First step, let's draw a little picture. So we've got two skyscrapers that are located 25 meters apart and a cable length of 62.3 meters links the tops of the two buildings. If the taller building is 200 meters tall, and what is the height of the shorter building? Give your answer the correct 1 decimal place. Now, if I'm doing this in the exam, I'm highlighting all those numbers. So the 25, the 62.3, and then the 200. So let's draw a quick little picture because we know that's what we need to do when we drawing our problem solving. Really rough. We know that they're 25 meters apart. The cable length is 62.3. So from the top there down is 62.3. And the taller one is 200. So from there down is 200. So straight away, I'm thinking there's a right angle triangle there. We're trying to find this guy. So we need that first. So this is 25. So we've got the hypotenuse, a shorter side. We need to find the other side there. So go a squared equals h squared minus b squared because we're finding the shorter side. And we can substitute in now. So we'll go this equals 62.3 squared minus 25 squared. Grab your calculator. 62.3 squared. And then we minus 25 squared. So that gives us 3,256.29 for this. And then the a, which is by itself, equals the square root of that answer. So we get 57.06. Then to find the actual distance of the building, so we're going to call it the shorter building, is equal to 200 meters minus the 57.06. So we'll go 200 minus the answer, and we get 142.94 meters. Done. Next one, 3. Two poles are located 2 meters apart. Highlight the two. Our length of the wire links the top of the two poles. Find the length of the wire if the poles are 2.8 meters and 5 meters in height. Give your answer the correct 1 decimal place. So if we draw a quick little cheeky picture of this, we'll go down and across and then up. We get 5 and we get 2.8. So we're trying to find this distance. And we'll need this one here as well to work that out. So this is all 5. To find this, pretty easy. X is equal to 5 minus the 2.8, which then equals 2.2. Then to find the distance, how far apart were they? We've got 2 meters as well. So then that's 2 meters there. So the distance is going to be 2.2 squared plus 2 squared. So we'll go through the rule. H squared is then equal to a squared plus b squared. And then fill in the blanks. So we get 2 squared plus 2.2 squared. We go 2 squared plus 2.2 squared. Get 8.84. Then h equals the square root of 8.84. So we get 2.973, blah, 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 blah. Now, the question says round to 1 decimal place. So this one here, look to the neighbor, it goes up. So then it's actually equal to 3 meters. Done. There's something satisfying about doing that little highlight at the end as well. 3, now let's go 4. A garage is built with a skillion roof, a roof with a single slope. The measurements are given in the diagram. Calculate the pitch line length to the nearest millimeter. Allow 500 millimeters for each of the eaves. So you've got the pitch line in the middle, eaves on the edge, and then we've got a cool little diagram. Now my hint with this is just to redraw it, because it helps your brain get into gear with what's actually happening. Cool, so we've got something like that. And then we know this wall here is 1700. This wall here is 2600, and then this wall here is 2800, and then we have an eave here and an eave here. So we're trying to find this guy. So straight away, right angle triangle. We know this side here is 2600. We need to find that as well. So let's go for it. So to find this length here, let's call this X and call this Y. X is equal to, what was it, 2800 minus the 1700, which will give you 1100. Then to find Y, straight away Pythagoras. So we write the rule, h squared equals a squared plus b squared, because we know that's the rule we're going to use. We fill in the blanks, so 1100 squared plus 2600 squared. Plus 2600 squared. Get a really big number, 7970000. Then the h is equal to square root of 7970000. So square root that answer, and we get 2823.11. Then we've got the eaves, so we've got to add on these eaves measurements. So the total distance of the skillion is equal to the 2823.11 plus 500 plus 500, which just is 1,000. So then it's 3,823.11, and then they want it rounded to the nearest millimeter. So then that just stays the same. So it's 3,823 millimeters. Done. Give a little highlight. Awesome. Next question. Here we go. 2 bushwalkers are standing on different sides of the mountain. So this is question number 5. One of them is at the height of 2120, the other's at a height of 1650. Here we go. So we've got this dude up here, 2120, this one across here, 1650, and then 950 across. So we want to go from there to there. Good old right angle triangle. We need to find this distance first, and then we need to find that ultimately at the end. Here we go. So to find X is equal to the 2120 minus the 1650. 2120 minus the 1650, we get 470. Then to find Y, we don't know yet. So we're going to use the rule, h squared equals a squared plus b squared. Fill in what we know. So we're going 950 squared plus 470 squared. So we're going to square that plus the 950. Get a really big number, 1, 1, 2, 3, 400. H equals the square root of that, 1, 1, 2, 3, 400. So we go square root, an answer. Happy days. So 10, 59.905656. What do we want it rounded to? Nearest meter. So then that needs to go up. So that's the same as 1060 meters. Done. Right, challenge problems. Here we go. So now we're going to do question number 6. Going to draw a real rough quick question for 6A. we want to go from A to B. So I'm just going to skip some stuff. We're just going to go that distance there, down. Yep. And this is a 5, 4 triangle. So if we go from A to B, so we're going to go h squared equals a squared plus b squared. Straight away, 5 squared plus 4 squared equals 25 plus 16, which equals 41. So then h equals the square root of 41. And we grab a calculator, square root of 41, 6.4, and we want it rounded to 1 decimal place. So I'm just going to do that straight away. And we get 6.4 meters. Don't forget to write the units. That's how teachers trap you with this, which we don't want. I'll give a nice little highlight. Number B. So we've gone from A up, then we've gone down to B. So we need to find this distance here, because it's directly across. And then they've given us this other measurement up here, which then makes this triangle at right angles. So you have this at 2.7. This is 3.1, and then this is 1.9. So if we have this right angle triangle in here, we know this side, we need to find that side. You just square and add those together. So let's call this length here A. It's equal to 3.1 plus 1.9. We get 5. And then we go straight in our rule. So h squared equals a squared plus b squared. We go 5 squared plus 2.7 squared, which equals 25. 2.7 squared, 7.29. We add on 25, 32.29. So h equals the square root of 32.29. The square root of the answer. And we get 5.68, but we're rounding to 1 decimal place. So this is the same as 5.7 centimeters. Done. Next question. 2 to go. Now up to C. A to B. So we've got a rectangle. And then we want to go from A up to B. We've got this distance here is 6. We've got this is 4. This is 2. Therefore, this is 2. Happy days. So we've got a 2, 6 triangle, right angle. And we want to find that hypotenuse there. So we're going to go h squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Fill in the blanks. 2 squared plus 6 squared equals 4 plus 36 equals 40. H equals the square root of 40. 6.3. And what was the measurements in meters? Done. D, A to B. So we've got a box with another little box and then this box. So we're going from A up to B. We know this is 2.6. We know this is 7.1. We know this is 3.9. So we've got the height, bam, right angle triangle in there. We need this distance, so I would do the 7.1 minus that. And call that x. So x is equal to 7.1 minus the 2.6. Which gives us the 4.5. So then to find the hypotenuse, h squared equals a squared plus b squared. Hopefully you're annoyed with me now by that. We go 3.9 squared plus 4.5 squared. Go to the calculator. 3.9 squared plus 4.5 squared You get 35.46. Then h equals the square root of 35.46. So we go square root of that answer, and we get 5.95, which is rounded to 6, and we were measuring in meters. Done. Cool. So I hope that's giving you some insight. Application problem solving really quickly, if you draw the picture first, makes your life so much easier when you're sort of trying to work out what's happening. You can see how my brain's sort of processing it there. Yeah, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time on STEAM with Steve. Adios.